My name is Franklin Aliuna. I am a legal practitioner based in Abuja. I love intellectual property law, commercial law, and some other areas of law. I love football, music, and general literary works. Intellectual property, like the name implies, is a product of the intellect, is the creation of the mind. Like we say here in Nigeria, the product of your brain work. It's a product that comes out of your creativity. Intellectual property exists to protect an individual's creativity, and they come in various forms. They come in form of patent, they come in form of trademark, they come in form of copyright, they come in form of industrial design. An intellectual property lawyer is a lawyer who is in the business of providing services in the intellectual property market, so to say, because in the intellectual property arena, you need the services of a lawyer to help you out with your patent, your copyright, your trademark, and your industrial design registration. Lawyers who are into this practice are popularly referred to as intellectual property lawyers. As a creative person, you cannot do without the services of a lawyer, because you need protection for that which you have taken your time and energy to create. A lot of times we run into this because one is an upcoming artist or not yet an established name. They tend to forget about certain protection which they need for their businesses, their literary works. And sometimes when they become famous, or when, like we say in Nigeria, when they have blown, they discover that someone else has trademarked the name or has already registered the logo in the industrial design category of intellectual property. And they find it difficult to use that same name which they have been building over the years, because another person has gone ahead of them to register that name. Upcoming artists, they just want to get signed. They just want to get a music studio that will give them the audience, give them the platform to express their creativity without taking time to look at themselves 2-3 years from now, because they are in a hurry to get these things done. They don't engage the services of a lawyer. A recent example is the Jude Okoye and Cynthia Morgan contract. If Cynthia Morgan had actually sought the services of an intellectual property lawyer who could have actually advised her as to some of the terms as contained in the contract she was offered, she would have known that, I'm giving so much away. The lawyer would have been able to advise her as to the terms as contained in that contract. A lot of times people will say the upcoming artists don't have money to engage the services of a lawyer. That could be true, but at the same time, you can reach an agreement. There are certain ways lawyers are paid. It depends on the agreement you have with such a lawyer. So for every upcoming artist out there, before you sign those dotted lines, make sure you consult with a lawyer. He could be your friend. The major challenges facing intellectual property theft in Nigeria is mainly in the area of copyright, because patent, trademark, industrial design, those ones, we've actually had cases of people encroaching on another person's right in terms of copyright and industrial design. But mainly it's in the area of copyright, which deals with books, music, films, and the likes. So it is easier to pirate a book than it is to pirate a trademark or a patent. So that is where we have theft going on as intellectual property war, intellectual property theft. Actually, there is a report, a World Bank report, that for every single Nollywood movie that is sold, 8 are pirated and are also sold. So imagine where 9 people buys a movie and the creator of that movie makes just sell for one, the other one goes to the pirate. The government actually is a big player in the protection of intellectual property. because the theft of intellectual property is actually a criminal offense. So, and crimes are always committed against the state, even though an individual is a victim of such a crime. So it is imperative that the state makes the system of curbing the theft of intellectual property and also the prosecution of those who are found culpable more efficient and make it less cumbersome, because what we have now is quite an inefficient and a lot more cumbersome process in the process of making your complaint and getting the relevant agencies of government who are charged with the protection of these intellectual properties to do what they are supposed to do, because of they will always complain about the manpower and the slow pace with which our civil service move. Secondly, I think the government can, we are in the era of social media. If the trademark Ministry of Trade and Commerce or the Copyright Commission just have Twitter handle, Facebook page, Instagram handle, to be putting out information out there as to the importance of protecting your intellectual property, because a lot of people who are even in the creative industry don't even know that some of these their literary works need to be protected. A lot of them don't know, and you don't blame them for not knowing, because there is no school in Nigeria you will go to where you are taught copyright and trademark and patent and industrial designs. My final word to you: before you sign that dotted line, consult your lawyer. Don't sign your life away. Thank you.